The ticker's looking solid right now.
Yeah, dude, and I only used up like 10% of it.
Nice.
We can hit on some of that stuff. I don't know. I put a bunch of banners out for us to talk about. I got just to run through. I have college basketball, movie show recommendations, breakfast meats tier list, maintenance
Mm.
guys, Sporkle, baseball cards, Jacob, eating lamb.
Okay, I like all those topics.
Yeah, how you been, man?
Dude, I've been really good. Busy, super busy, working a lot, obviously. I've been It's been raining like hell, so I haven't really played golf too much, but
Mm-hmm.
I got in 9 holes yesterday, parred 2 of them. Was pumped about that, man. That's a huge improvement. Yeah. And then so trying to play golf as much as I can, but not doing very well at it because it's raining and I suck at it. Uh haven't really gone anywhere. I've been trying to go skiing, but I haven't really gone this season, which is kind of sad.
Are you you're a big alpine guy, huh?
I am. I do like the mountains. I am a mountain man. Um, what else? Me and the chick are going strong. We're on like a year, and the Niners lost the Super Bowl, so that was heartbreaking and
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. That fucking sucks. That
life
was a great
ending.
Super Bowl, though. I liked it. First half was kind of
It was
trash,
a
but it was good. Turned out to be good.
it was a good Super Bowl. It was tight. It was close. There was a lot of mistakes on both sides. It wasn't clean at all, but it was competitive. It was, had the comeback, had the overtime. It was a good Super Bowl. It was entertaining until, the end, but proud of the guys, obviously. It's my team. I'm going to support them to if they're, 1 in 15 or 16 now or if they're losing the Super Bowl every year. They're still going to be with the boys and it's painful, honestly. I'd rather have them go 5-12. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like I'd
I
rather
kind of
have them go
agree.
5-12 than lose the Super Bowl. It's probably the worst feeling ever. I was like thinking, is it worse than getting broken up with? Probably not.
Depends.
It's like I don't know if it's as bad as like your dog dying because like you remember your dog forever, right? But then you get over it eventually. But it takes a
I've never
while.
had a dog, so I can't speak to
Oh,
that.
okay, so
I can imagine it's
yeah,
terrible.
it's tough. It's
Lost
pretty
many
painful.
cats, and that was tough.
Yeah, see, kind of similar. Losing of a pet. Uh, it's not as bad as like your grandma dying or something like that.
I feel
So
like if I was really, really close to a dog, at least based on my relationship I had with my grandmas, it would have been way worse than my grandma's dying.
mm,
Like
okay,
I was decently close with them, but not like I didn't live in the
yeah.
same town with them. But if I had
Oh,
a dog, like I would compare. Yeah, I didn't really cry that much when my cats died. If I would have grown up with a dog, that dying would have been worse than my grandma's.
okay.
I
That's
just
that's
know it.
okay. Yeah, you live with the dog. It's
Yeah.
cuddling with you. You throw the ball for it every day. So I get that. I do get that. The dog is a part of your immediate ass family. It's like a brother or a sister or a
Hmm.
son or daughter. But yeah, so that was painful as hell. The only good thing to come from Super Bowl Sunday was
Wait, did your
I
dog
made
die? I'm sorry. I just kind of like over. Your dog did not
no,
die.
no,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, I was like, did I just like not say I'm sorry for him? I
No,
didn't
no,
even
no, no.
realize.
I was
That's
saying
good.
losing the Super Bowl is like having your dog die.
Well, now it doesn't seem as bad because we were just talking about that, and it's like, oh
Yeah,
well,
I know. Yeah, so I guess okay, the Super Bowl is less painful than your dog dying.
not in the moment
And
though. It might be just as bad.
yeah, just as bad. Um Hold on, I need to get your
Although,
audio.
how quickly do you have you had a dog die?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How quickly
It's
does that go away? Like a month?
yeah, I mean, maybe like maybe around there cuz immediately it's like an empty place in your house.
Yeah.
It's so painful. And then the dog's so cute. Like all the dogs are cute. So it's like you miss having this little furry friend around. So yeah,
Most people
maybe like
within
a
a
month.
month are going to get like a new dog though, right? Already?
Oh man, I don't know. I've seen that. I think the way to go, and it's kind of like cheating almost, the way to go is to like get the dog before your dog dies. Like when your
Yeah,
dog is getting older,
seriously.
you get the young pup, and then the old dog is going to be like, well, this sucks. I can see the writing on the wall here, and
Plus,
then
it
he's going
like
to hate.
learns the ropes from the old dog.
Yeah, and it kind of it learns respect, and it learns the hierarchy of things. It
Mm-hmm.
knows it's not top dog. It knows it's the new kid on the block. Whereas it's getting all the love. Everybody loves the new dog. Everyone loves the puppy. But the old dog is still, he's the seasoned vet. He's the guy that everyone goes to in the clutch. He's the Mahomes. Brock Purdy is the young
Dude,
pup.
that's such a good point. I think the old dog would probably, especially if it's like boy on boy dog or girl on girl dog, I think it would like take some of the responsibility of like when you're not looking, although you're looking a lot of times, I guess, with a puppy, but like it's like when behind closed doors or at night or stuff, like the little things, the intricacies, details that you can't teach that only dogs can speak to each other.
Yeah,
Like that old dog would just be like no or yes, like at certain points when you're not
yeah.
looking, where the puppy would be like, okay, like, you
Like
know.
you can't do this right now. It's gonna blow up our spot. It's gonna make us, we're gonna get punished. Like the new pup doesn't know that stuff.
Well,
He
the
just
old
thinks,
dog, I don't think is really care because it's like, oh, the plates fall off the counter. I don't think this like 95-year-old lab was like jumping up there. But this is interesting. We're talking about this because I was having a convo with my mom. By the way, can you hear me all right?
yeah, I can hear you pretty good. I got my mix better, so I can hear you better.
Okay. I was talking to my mom a couple weeks ago, and I've just been more and more thinking about. I mean, obviously, I live in my own place, and I've probably wanted a dog since I was like, I didn't really like dogs honestly till probably like college. Like I just wasn't into them. I didn't. I thought they were like when I'd go to my friend's house, I thought they were fucking annoying. Like because I didn't. I guess I knew one of my friends had a really good dog that was chill. Most of them though, little fucks that like would just kind of jump around,
Oh,
like hit
the
your. They
worst.
just. I mean, they just wanted attention, and I just wasn't down to pet them. But their
Yeah.
tails would wag, and I just didn't have the patience as a 16 to be like, oh hi hi. Like I was like, I get out of here. But eventually started liking them. Uh, so I was like, I've wanted a dog. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't? If you just had a dog that was given to you with all the shots and paid for and everything, it'd be like nice. Like it's
Hmm.
already trained. That would be a godsend. But we all know there's like 600% more to it, and I don't have the patience for that. I don't. It's not. It wouldn't be responsible of me to act like I have the time or patience for that right now, and
Yeah.
I can't afford it. One is another thing, and it all just seems like too like it's like I don't like I'm seeing a girl right now, but it's like I haven't been seeing like a girl consistently for a while, and I feel like you have to be in a relationship to get a dog. Like I didn't grow up with a
Yeah.
dog, and I don't have like I said the confidence or understanding. Like I would be like the ones reading like Chicken Soup of like how to train your dog for idiots, like that kind of shit. Chicken Soup for dogs or whatever. Um, I have a general understanding of how to treat animals and stuff. Like we had seahorses, fish, snakes, leopard geckos, chinchillas, every pet when I was a kid, except for a dog. Literally
Exotic
everything,
pets
other than
there.
a dog and bird. Yeah, literally everything. Like of
That's
every
cool.
every like kingdom of animals we had, other than dogs. We had rodents, fish. I mean seahorses for God's sakes, which were awesome. Um,
They seem cool.
The snake is still alive too. I got it when I was 5 years old. It's still alive. My mom still feeds
Wow.
it mice. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I don't know if it will die.
Crazy.
Um,
That's
but so
amazing.
to get back to my point, I was talking to my mom, and I was like, a dog's out of the question. I had a fish here for a while. Oh yeah, I showed you Mikey. He's gone. He died at some point and like buried himself in the rocks, which I appreciate him cleaning up. Um, but I would just the guy I always loop back to. I could easily have a cat. I had like 4 cats growing up. I know, first of all, we're not supposed to have pets here. There's like at least 4 or 5 people in this building of like 20 units that have dogs. And I talked to one of the girls and she's like, oh, it's literally like, I mean, it sounds like it's easy as like taking a breath to get an emotional support animal thing. But again, I can't, that's like the easiest part of the whole dog situation. And a cat, I could bring a cat in this motherfucker. No one would know for 17 years, bro, until it dies
Yeah.
and starts stinking. Like, or
Exactly.
until there's a rat problem, no more. Um, I don't even know. Like the thing is, I think many people could have cats here. I wouldn't even know. And So man, yesterday I was at a fabric store. This is why I'm talking about this. I was at a fabric store picking up something for work in Venice, and dude, just walk in, and there's just the nicest chunky, like fluff old girl cat that's just sitting there, and a nice little bell on her. And I was like, "Oh, can I pet her?" And the owner was like, "Yeah, she's very nice." And so I pet her. Just doesn't even move, like just like purring. And I was like, "This is." I was like, I need this like so much, like just a little fluff ball, like to put your hand on, and oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're not
Cats are
allowed to
like
have.
really easy to get. Can't you just go get one like that day for free?
Yeah, I would assume. They always have cats around. I
There
think
is
they have
like
a
that
lot.
much difference between cats and dogs, right?
Yeah, and I think that like
Nice.
yeah, they just hand out the cats, like you said, and they have a bunch of kittens too. Like it's hard to get like dog puppies.
But I don't
It's
want a
all like
kitten. Fuck that.
you want like a oh, you want like
Oh, well,
a
okay. Here's
seasoned
why.
cat.
I like kittens, and if you can have, I have my mom, the cat my mom has now, which is the last one we had growing up. It's still alive. We did. My dad was literally like a military sergeant with it. Like if it bit him or like jumped out at your feet, he would like grab its little scruff and he'd be like, "No, you do not do that." Kind of like a dog. And
Yeah.
he's so good now. Like he if he jumps on you, or he doesn't even jump on you, like if he crawls on you, like walks on you, you can push him off and he won't put his claws out. Like you can do
Mm,
anything to him and he's so good. You can
nice.
just rub his belly, he'll just like sit there like this, like not move. And which doesn't make him fun, but it makes him an awesome, he's literally a fluff
Yeah,
ball. Like,
he's not a little
and
bastard.
yeah, not a little, like doesn't have any killer instinct. Like,
Nice.
but like, when I was a kid, we get those kittens. Like, yeah, they're really cute. At certain points when they're really tired, they're amazingly cute. But every morning, waking up for school, it's like I can't walk too close to the chairs or the recliners because this little fucker is underneath it, going to pop out and grab my feet.
Mm,
And it would give me like the most anxiety. Just, yeah, I'm not trying to do the kitten thing. Plus,
I get it.
it's just they meow constantly.
Oh yeah.
Adult cats are, if you're not looking for a big responsibility, but you still want occasional love from like somewhat of a sentient animal, like I think they're the perfect middle.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not allowed to have cats in our building, but we have two. Like,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
you
It's
can
almost like you can't have any pets, but you can have a cat.
yeah, they don't go outside. They kind of fuck up our house, but it's fine. Like we clean up and we like they claw the couch
Yeah,
and
your
stuff
cats are
and
probably little fuckers though. They're probably
dude,
like
they're
little
bastards.
predators.
Yeah, they are. Um
Another
but
thing
yeah,
though
oh
is
yeah.
they
Look.
they take care of any mouse rat problem, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Hi.
Yeah, that's one of them. He likes my bed. He
I
thinks it's
mentioned this a
his.
million times in this pod when we've talked before, but rent a cat. It needs to be a thing.
I can
Just
I
a
can get down with that.
Yeah. That's where the predatory cats could come in handy. Just like it's the one where you come up to the little pen it's in and it goes, "Rrrr," but then you let it go
Mhm.
in a house and it takes care of your rodent problem like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, yeah, man. Cats are cool. You know, they're definitely less work than the dog, like as we said, and they're cute and furry, and it's nice to
See what your cat's
hear
doing
them
right
purr.
there? Perfect. You can just reach back. It's like a sensory device.
Hmm.
Sensory, like you just reach back. You don't even have to look at it. You can no look, just feel and just get that fluff. And then it's just like a quota you have to hit in your brain. It's like a fluff
It's
quota.
dude, the purr, like you said, the purr something it activates like an endorphin or something.
I don't know if
Like
dogs have that. They have a lot more to offer, but they don't have the purr.
yeah, the purr it just like warms your heart a little bit, and it soothes you. Like, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, what the hell's going on? Like, I feel something by my feet. And
Mhm.
one of the cats, that guy just came in and, plopped down next to my feet. And I can feel him walking on me. And I was just like, all right, this is cool.
It
Like,
is
just in
nice
the
when the
middle of the night.
cats, like if you're watching TV or you're laying up like this, like looking at the TV, or if you're laying on your back or any way like that, and you feel that fluff, that like weight come in between your feet, and it
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pulls the blanket and creates that
Yeah.
tension
That's
on
exactly
your
what it did.
ankles. It's
Exactly
so
what it did.
nice.
It was good.
Uh,
It was a nice feeling.
all right, should we rank these tier? Because I
I
was just
think,
getting some stuff from the co-op, and I saw they have two kinds of sausages, pork sausages, and then apple,
The chicken,
whatever.
the chicken
And
apple, whatever.
I'm not a fan of chicken apple, but these ones I always get over the pork because I like them for some reason.
Chicken apple is overrated as hell. I don't know why this became like such a booming entity. Like it's not that good. I'm completely over chicken apple sausage as a whole. I can do without it. Pork sausage is definitely the way to go. I'm probably gonna say though,
These
or
aren't a lot of options.
yeah, I mean bacon has to be number one for me, dude. I freaking love bacon. Bacon, what? Bacon and sausage are like the 1A, 1B, right? That's the prototypical breakfast meat.
See, this doesn't have enough, but I guess we'll go with it. I was looking for like thick cut peppered, like deep. I wanted to
Mm,
go deep. Thick cut peppered bacon is up there with the best.
I love, dude, some millionaire bacon. I like me some sweet, mapley bacon. That is super good. The
All right, let's
ham.
start.
Okay,
What
I
is
forget
this?
about ham. I
What
think
is
that's
this on the
ham.
left right here?
I think that's
I think
Canadian
that's not.
bacon
Is it
ham.
not British bacon? Because this is Canadian bacon, or is that just hickory smoked?
I don't know. It all looks the same, honestly. Is
This is
that
British
spam?
bacon.
Ooh, I think I saw spam in there.
All right, so I'm gonna say based on looks alone, I'm gonna put this in a B.
Okay, that looks pretty good.
If you
I do like,
feel adamant about anything or strongly, what is
dude.
that?
Corned beef hash. I like corned beef hash.
So
That
I've
was
never
good.
had that, so I'll let you take control.
Pretty solid, dude. Okay, I think bacon is at the pinnacle, man. Bacon is
You think
pinnacle.
you want
I think
bacon
that's
in S, huh?
A list, dude. Oh, what is
I think
S? Is that
A. I'd be
scrumptious?
happy with A. S is always the best. I think A is a fine place for bacon personally.
Well,
I
what
think
does
it has
the
a
S stand
little.
for? Hold on.
S is
What is
just best. I don't know.
super?
I
Sam?
don't know. I That's a good question. On every
Sexy?
tier list, it's S is the top.
What? Nobody says that. No, it's never. There's never an S at the top.
I
What is that?
completely
Tuna?
understand your gripe. I haven't had the energy at any point in time to like address it the way you are, but I understand.
What in the world? S super? What is happening?
This
Is that
looks like
steak?
I want to guess this is some liverwurst, some shit. I don't know what
That
that
looks
is.
nasty. I don't really like that. That looks like put that in the
What
D
I'm figuring
category.
out is that there's only like a few good options. It's sausage. This looks fire.
What is that? I can't see.
Is that spam?
I think that's spam. Yeah, spam is solid. Spam's
That
okay.
steak looks fucking good, dude.
Okay, but that's not. See, that's not a breakfast steak.
Yeah, I
If you go
agree.
get
Steak and eggs is a cop out.
if you go get steak and eggs anywhere, it doesn't look like that. But it is good. Don't get me wrong. It's
I
definitely
would say
below
give me
sausage
steak and eggs,
and
hold the eggs.
yeah, that makes sense. Go get steak for
I'm
dinner.
not at all an eggs guy.
I love eggs. Eggs are fire.
I
Huge
like
fan.
eggs in certain, like if you give me a fried egg over easy on like a sausage, just like a good sandwich, then I'm down. But like, or a scramble, Joanne's. We've talked about her.
Okay, hell yeah, love Joanne. I made out with a girl named Joanne before. Uh, okay, I will say the
This
locks.
is actually a great segue into my lamb topic. Okay, so let's go.
Perfect. I am not a locks guy. I think locks should definitely go to the bottom tier, like C D category, C
Where's Lux? Oh,
minus.
I went to a new one. Do you see this new one?
I saw the new one. This
Where's
is kind of
Lux?
cool. What is this even?
Horse meat. Let's start out with horse meat.
Oh God, have not tried that.
Beef steamed mince.
So it kind of looks like ground beef, ground horse.
I bet
Ooh,
horse is not bad. I watched a video of a guy eat raw horse in Japan, and he said it was one of the best things he had in the entire trip. It looked,
raw horse.
yeah, it was like, I mean, it was like,
It's gross.
yeah, it was raw. It
Freaking
almost
gross.
looked like sushi.
Like
I mean,
tartar.
there was literally no real way you could even have told it was thin sliced beef.
Damn, bro.
Um,
Like people ride horses. It just feels wrong. You know what I mean? Like we use them for like transportation. It's like eating a car or a bicycle.
that's one though that I don't think is weird at all. I do think it's weird because of how we use them, but like,
Can you
I
eat a
don't know.
donkey? Like horse meat. I've heard of. Can you eat donkey? Do they eat
Like, I just
mules?
think it's something that we don't eat, but it makes total sense to eat them. Like,
They seem
they're
lean.
they're huge. They have so
They're
much
huge.
meat. Yeah, they are lean, but that's also good for people like back in the day. Um, if you talk about that versus like a dog, I think it makes so much more sense to eat a horse based on like the size, I guess obviously like the relationship, but also
Also,
like dogs kind of just sniff around and eat damn near some shit that you don't want.
yeah, also, like, yeah, a horse eats, like, oats and grains and
Yeah,
apples and
and
carrots
they're
and
just
shit, like, that's
breathing the
gotta be
fresh
good.
air.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, of course.
fuck, I'm in on horse meat.
I mean, I'm
I
not
would
ag
try
I'll
horse
try
meat
it.
quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
I
try it
would
quick.
try it.
Another one I've been thinking about too is which I've seen guys eat. I got on a big Anthony Bourdain kick like a couple months ago. Some of the best content, man, is him talking no reservations. I kind of like that more than when it's more foodie. I don't like the human interest stories. I don't give a shit. But the
Well, no,
food
yeah,
ones
of
where he
course, you
goes
think
to
about
like
the food.
different restaurants is fun. And he was eating snake somewhere.
Oh, yeah,
That's
okay.
another one that if it was presented to me like cooked and like all right with like some I don't know chives and like garlic and shit like that, I
Mhm.
would definitely eat it. Try it.
Yeah, I'd be down to eat a snake.
Like when they
I
show it
look, I'm
on
not
like
opposed to trying stuff once, like, I love trying
well,
new
I
things.
am if it's certain like I actually I try the worst meat I've ever had. I've said this before probably on this. The worst thing I've ever had by far was Kazakhstani prepared like traditional. I don't know if it's pickled or if it's fermented. What? But cow tongue was the most.
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't look good either. It's like a brown
yeah.
tongue, and
Yeah,
it had
yeah.
like green onion on it. That's it. And I was like, I out of respect for the woman in my class, our college class where we did this, I was no one else was eating. They're like, ew, and I was like, I was like, I'm not gonna dis. That's I felt so bad for her, so I went and tried it, and I ate the whole bite, but it was like it was like what I would imagine ground beef tasting like if it was, like, not red when you buy it, and it was just completely you know how it turns, like, brown? You know, like,
Yeah.
when you have, like, a steak for a while in the fridge or something, it turns brown eventually? Like, that's what
Mhm.
I would picture it tasting like. It tasted like
Mm.
a tongue, like, I don't know, it was awful. It was awful.
Uh, dude, like, lengua, like, Mexican tacos or whatever, like, tongue,
But that's,
it's
like, in
not that.
sauce and so much better.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
yeah,
was,
it's
like,
so much
literally
better.
a tongue on a plate, it looked like.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
It was disgusting. And I wanted to honestly tell her, be like, "I feel so fucking bad for you, but also happy that you're living here now."
It's a delicacy, like, everyone
Ugh,
in
fuck
any
no.
culture eats some weird ass shit,
But there's
like,
some shit on here I'm looking at right now that like this haggis, isn't that like
haggis,
sheep
yeah.
stomach?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that the
something like
stomach
that.
right there?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Tripe is the sheep's lining of the stomach, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard that one's pretty foul.
Put haggis.
Yeah,
Honestly,
never
haven't
tried.
tried. Refuse to eat. I feel haven't tried horse meat. Okay, that's fair. But I feel like this one needs to flip with okay.
Oh,
Um
refuse to try. I like that.
steak.
Oh, yeah, that's at the top.
So we're not talking
Impeccable.
Wagyu like A5. We're talking are we talking run of the mill if you go grab a steak and how you can cook it?
Like, I can make hella
No, I
bomb
mean
ass
like yeah,
steak.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you can cook a steak, everyone could probably cook steak well. If you know how to cook steak, you know how to cook a steak.
Yeah,
Or like if you go order at a restaurant, the percentage chance that it's going to be good. I think it's pretty good. Like I think it's I would say quality or decent.
I love ordering steak, dude. I love it. I love cooking
Really.
steak. I love ordering steak.
Where's
If
the last restaurant you ordered steak from?
For Valentine's Day, I took my chick out to a very classy affair. It was a
What
place
is it
called
called? I'm gonna
Bix.
look it up.
Bix. Bix. It's like a piano bar, like old school vibe. Two layers. It had an upstairs, downstairs, old timey bar. It's pretty nice, dude. Everyone was, had like suits on, and everyone had like nice coats and dresses.
Oh wow, looks
It
really nice.
Yeah, it was fancy, dude. Took her out to a expensive ass dinner for Valentine's Day. Ordered a steak. It was good, It wasn't as good as like other steaks I've had because it was more of like it was more like gourmet type thing. So the steak was
You got the
smaller.
American Wagyu New York steak?
That's what I got. Yeah, it was delicious, but like it wasn't like a big old pounder steak. You know what I mean?
But it
Like
was it better than you could make at your house?
it might have been like it had different sauces and different like stuff like that
Do
I
you think if you
would
had that, you could have made it just as good?
mine would have been tasted more like grill. You know what I mean? Like
Do you
the
cook
steak,
steaks on the grill or do you cook them on
I
a
usually
pan?
both. Honestly, the best is the cast iron, dude.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta hit the cast iron and then put it in the broiler. That is fire.
cast iron
Um,
with like rosemary and the garlic,
yeah,
the
that's good
butter,
shit.
and you baste it.
Yep.
Fire.
Also, on the grill is really good too, though. The classic like grill marks,
Yeah,
also
my
delicious.
roommate and I in Venice had a small grill. It wasn't a no, it wasn't a George Foreman. It was like an actual grill, but it was we tried cooking steaks like twice on it. Just we sucked at it, so we
Ah,
just audibled. Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely like there's
you need
more
like a
gray.
high quality grill, right?
Yeah, and there's more gray area. It's like more easy to mess up a steak on the grill than it is in the
Yeah.
pan. Like, you know what I mean? And then put it in the oven. Like that always works, dude.
You
It's like
always
you
finish your
sear
steaks in
it.
the oven?
Yeah, I like doing it. It's like it makes
So you
it
put them in the oven
tender.
before?
No, 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 no. You grill it on the cast iron, and then you put it in, the broiler. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, my dad swears by the lives and dies by the reverse sear, but I've never done it.
I mean, I'm cool with that too.
Well, the reverse sear is
Finish,
what you're doing basically.
yeah, finish it on the cast, or
Oh wait. Oh yeah, yeah. He does the opposite. He puts it in the oven first, and then
I'm cool with
but
that.
he likes his shit breathing. Like
Mm,
he made steaks
yeah,
here one time when he was visiting, and it was like my apartment was filled, engulfed with smoke. And he's like, just getting the crust, and I'm like, bruh. He handed it to me. It was like so. He knows I don't like it that red, but do you like
yeah.
your steaks like just bleeding?
I love it, dude. I love the red meat.
You like it
Uh,
blue. You're one of those black and blue guys. Give me it
I
black
mean,
and blue.
like medium rare is kind of the way I like it, but I'll eat it rare for sure. I'm down with that cause. I want it like just the pool of blood, and then it's got the juicy, tender, raw middle. That is good
See, I'm
all
down for
day.
the pool of blood, but yeah, when it gets like that purplish color, I can't do it. I
I
just
get
live
that.
and die. I don't give a fuck. I'm a medium rare guy, maybe
Yeah.
medium. Kill me.
Okay. And that's fine.
Um,
Medium is okay.
and honestly, people shit on well done steaks. It's not nearly as good, but it to me
Still
is
good.
not that far off from like beef jerky. It's not that bad
Yeah.
sometimes. Like it's like I don't
I
want to
mean,
cut
it's
this
fine.
on a fucking plate at a restaurant and like chew through it. But if you're gonna give me like strips of it at home or something, I'll eat that shit.
There's ways to have a well done steak that's still juicy. You know what I mean? As long as it's not dry as a bone, or like, how it's not like shaved and it's just like, yeah, you're gnawing on it forever. That's not cool. It's a way to ruin a steak.
All right, so do you want to put steak in immaculate or quality?
Steak's so good, dude.
I don't
I
think it
wouldn't.
belongs in immaculate.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't know if it's my favorite food, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah,
Like
that's a good one.
like a fire steak.
Mutton. Okay, so I've never had good mutton, but I hear
What is that?
great
Is that
things.
sheep?
Yeah, it's like adult sheep.
I don't think I've ever had the mutton either.
I definitely have had it, but I'm gonna say would eat to be polite.
The old mutton chop.
Fish fillet. Now this is where we get into the nitty gritty because
Okay,
there is so many things you can do with this.
are we talking like the fish fillet from Mickey D's, or are we talking like, fish and
That's pretty
chips?
damn good if you're talking lowest on the rung, like ring or whatever.
Because I've never had a fish fillet from Mickey D's, and I know this is Lent season, right? So this is like when the fish fillet is like booming.
Is
So
Lent Jewish or is it Christian?
it's Catholic.
Which is
It is
Christian,
Catholic.
right?
Yeah, I guess it's a sub entity of Christianity. So yeah,
Do Catholics people do yeah, do Catholics not look at themselves as Christians?
I don't think so.
Are you Catholic?
Me, no. I dated a Catholic woman for a while,
See,
so I went
that's
to.
an interesting thing that you just said. I dated a cat. It's like I would just be like, I dated a Protestant person. But you're not Protestant, right?
You mean you can be?
If you're Catholic, are you Protestant or is Protestant different?
No, no. See, it was always the Protestants and the Catholics were always like fighting each other, basically throughout history.
Yeah, no, I'm not Christian, I'm Catholic. I'd be like,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
they
not
still
Caucasian, I'm white.
they still believe
Like,
in Jesus, so that is Christian. You know what I
okay,
mean?
that's what I
So
loop it all. Yeah, it's all
yeah,
one.
but it's definitely like a distinguished avenue of Christianity.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah. So are we talking Mickey D's fish fillet?
I mean, look at this fish fillet. That looks damn good. That looks like a
That's
fucking
pretty
chicken
good.
cutlet with some better
Okay,
meat.
the fish fillet is always cod, right? That's always a fish fillet, or like
Halibut,
pollock.
cod.
pollock or some shit, some low tier fish.
What did you say?
Pollock. I feel like pollock is like AJ
I don't even
Pollock
know
is
what that
like
is.
it's
Is that how
like
you
a fish.
spell it? AJ?
AJ Pollock. I think that's how you spell it. Yeah. Dude, the fish fillet is nice. I get down with the fish fillet. Again, not the sandwich from McDonald's that I haven't had. Oh, that's a Jackson Pollock. Dude, do you remember? Do you remember when the Giants traded for AJ Pollock last season for like a week?
They did?
Yeah, dude, he sucked ass and he was broken and he's.
Do you remember Logan Forsythe?
Yeah. It's a
I saw
random
him
name.
the other day. No, I didn't see him, but I heard of him.
Nice.
Fish fillet. I'm gonna go decent. Although,
yeah,
the one they have, I can guarantee you, Jacob, if you've never had a fish fillet, and I haven't necessarily either, but like I've had it on a Cajun fish sandwich.
Oh, that's good,
bro. When you all you need is like literally this right here that you see, the little chives, and then some. If you want to like dash some cayenne pepper on it with some lemon, bro. Not only is it like tasty, but it's probably the healthiest kind of thing you could eat that's fried.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So I'm gonna go decent. Processed tuna mayo.
That might go refuse. I might refuse that one.
I'm okay with that. Although I don't I secretly like it a little bit.
But honestly, so for processed tuna mayo, okay, actually let me take a break. That might just be regular tuna. Like if you make a tuna sandwich at your house.
Yeah. That's what I took it as.
Oh, that's what we're talking about? Then
yeah, but that's also like people are refusing to eat that stuff now.
I would still eat that in a pinch. In a pinch. Like if I'm super hungry and I just am broke, I'm probably gonna hit the processed tuna mayo. That's a weird way of putting it. That's
pretty mid, or would eat to be polite, because there's kind of some gap here.
Oh, pretty mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because mid is, most people now have come around to the realization that mid is not
good.
Average.
Yeah.
It's like if you say something's mid, it's like calling something average is basically saying it's bad.
See, it's weird because the origins of mid were mid-pack, mid-tier, which is average. But yeah, if you say something's mid, it means you don't really mess with it, like you don't want to go back to that well.
No, and technically, wait, I guess it is right in the middle. Processed chicken. So we're talking nuggies, all that stuff.
Oh, man, I try not to eat that anymore. I'll go eat a McDonald's nug every once in a while, but that's about it,
Pretty mid. Honestly,
pretty
mid. I would almost say would eat to be polite if I was at like a kid's house or something like that, or I don't know, someone offered me a chicken nugget, like in that scenario, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I don't know. Let's say pretty mid. Like I would eat it to be polite, but crispy duck.
Oh, put that on the top of the list.
You want that all the way up there?
No, not immaculate quality though.
Okay.
Because
I haven't had good duck, so I gotta abstain.
I have you have a a disposition to lamb or whatever. Like that is a firm talking point for you. Duck is on that level for me. Everyone loses their mind over duck. You know what I mean? Like duck is like a classy meat. It is like a French, confit duck, like roasted duck, crispy duck. The Asian style duck is like a huge deal. Duck is fine. Duck is okay. Duck is classy. Okay. I get that. But like everyone loses their shit over it. It's like I can only eat a few pieces of duck. It's too rich. It's too like, cooked in its own fat. It's too, even the crispy duck. Like me and my roommate, we get duck from this really like, it's a hole in the wall Chinese restaurant, but it's like renowned for their duck. They give you this huge ass freaking like platter of duck. I can only eat like 3 pieces of that. And then I'm done. I'm ducked out. So I think everyone puts it in the immaculate, really good category. But to me, it's a little overrated. Duck's overrated.
Yeah, when I've had it, I haven't been over the world like for it, but my dad is really into it, and I've tried the duck that he is really into at Chinese restaurants and such, and I'm like, I'll rather take like the Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah, give me that. Exactly. Good call.
Okay, so doner meat. I personally am a big stan for like Middle Eastern meats like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I'll put it as decent because it is like. Wait, what did you say?
Doner meat is like gyro, basically. Like if you're eating
Yeah,
gyro.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they call it that. It makes me think of reindeer.
I think it's from German. Like it's basically they call it that in Germany. Like because I guess there's a pretty good sized Middle Eastern population
Oh,
or
that makes sense.
Mediterranean population in Germany. So they call it doner, and then that's where that came from.
Well, yeah,
That's
I
good.
think it's
It's
fine.
good. I think it's decent. Yeah.
Beef
I can eat.
patty.
Was that like a burger?
Yeah, I'm gonna put pretty mid.
I fucking love burgers, dude. Burger might be definitely above mid to me, but that's okay.
Decent. Decent's fine.
Okay. I
Fish
can eat a
steak.
burger every day. Oh, so that's like salmon? I
Yeah,
like that. I like that. Fish
quality.
steak is good. Yeah. The terminology, like the basic terminology for, this is pretty funny to me.
When you get a really good fish steak though, that's kind of how I'm looking at it as like what's the average, what's the common ground, like what is the average fish steak like, but then what is its ceiling? A fish steak is
Top of the line
when
ceiling,
it's
I would
good,
think.
it can be top of the line.
Yeah,
Minced
top of the
meat.
line wine. Ooh, that might
So
be low tier for me.
yeah, would eat politely.
So that's
Here's
like
some
ground
beef
beef,
for you.
like
Yeah.
like bullshit Taco Bell tacos kind of thing.
Gammon ham. So ham, I'm gonna say would eat to be polite for me.
Ham is fine. Ham, it's
Pretty
fine.
mid.
I wouldn't really choose it, Like I'll eat it, like no questions
Yeah.
asked, but
The best
I
part
don't
of
choose
ham
it.
to me is like, which is a really good part of it, is the skin. After that, it's like if you get a piece of ham with no skin, it is a bottom tier. But like with the
Mm,
skin, pretty good
okay,
to me.
I'll allow that.
Hot dog sausage. So we're talking the Huffy dogs or whatever they're called.
The
Not
hot dog
Huffy, but
sausage is nice, but it's pretty mid, I would say.
would eat to be polite or pretty mid. Okay, pretty mid.
Say pretty
Goat
mid.
meat. So I haven't had necessarily goat.
I've had goat meat before.
Maybe I have. What are you gonna put it as?
It's okay. It's it's kind of like a worse lamb, I would say, but it's fine. It's like a little bit more uncommon. So
Yeah.
if you want to put it in what eat to be polite, that's cool. But I'd
Okay.
say it's pretty mid.
Okay.
That's around for me.
Turkey, I think it might be the most mid food.
Everybody says
Maybe
this.
actually would eat to be polite because I think that is a huge component to Thanksgiving, bro. I think
Dude,
it's a polite. I think you're eating it to be polite.
I'm a
I
turkey
think people would.
hound, bro. I'm a
You
turkey
are. You
hound.
love
Yes,
turkey?
I
No, there
love
is no
turkey,
way you
dude.
love turkey.
I
There's no
love
way you.
turkey.
Nobody loves turkey,
bro. I love turkey on the everyday level. Like turkey
What?
sandwich, turkey, bacon, avocado. That's a money sandwich right there. I freaking love
dude.
that.
But there's no way you're taking that over 6 other sandwiches I could name in less than 30 seconds.
Pastrami and I would say, like
Chicken parm.
Okay, yes, I
Banh
understand that.
mi.
But I don't eat
French dip.
listen, I don't eat chicken parm, French dip, or banh mi every single day. I could probably eat banh mi like
Yes,
every,
okay.
you know what I mean? I could eat a turkey sandwich probably every day.
You could eat a
Like,
banh mi every day.
That's what I was also thinking. That I was like, okay, I could probably eat a banh mi every other day. I'd probably burn out of a banh mi.
Based on taste?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But bro, like a turkey bacon sandwich, I can smash one of those at noon every day.
Okay.
Also,
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'll put it in decent.
Thanksgiving turkey, when good, is the dynamite. Like I love that shit.
No, I agree. It's good, but it's not.
I understand.
I think it has. I think it's capped. I think it has cap.
Okay, that's fair.
Pork. I recently started making pork chops last year or so, and I feel like they're pretty good. I feel like there's a lot of avenues to pork. Pulled pork, all that stuff is good.
Yeah, I like pork
Pork
chops.
belly is good, but then again, it's like, am I going to get pork belly anywhere else other than like the Vietnamese restaurant or something like that? No. So
no.
I think I would put it pretty mid, but if you like decent, then I'll put it in decent.
We can go mid on that.
I also don't like that it has the same exact photo as the lamb.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm going to put it in mid just because of that. And honestly, I'm just never gonna order a pork chop like that, no matter how pure and how good. I'll never get it over a steak or
Yeah,
a good, like, perfect piece of chicken that I know a restaurant can make.
yeah, or the fish. Honestly, I'm never
Yeah,
gonna.
fish. Oh yeah.
I can make pretty good pork chops, like you said. I don't need to order them anywhere else.
So lamb, I'm gonna escalate it to decent or quality, but I'll put it in decent out of like I've been making lamb recently, past
Really
literally month. I've
nice.
been there's a Iranian market up the street, 2 streets up. I go there, I get their big Bagali Polo like case of rice that's like has like fava beans and all this shit, saffron mixed in. That they have, by the way, the best rice in the world. The Middle Eastern, like the Orient countries, like I know you can't say that, but I'm saying like just to give you a regional reference, like Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, those countries, best
Mhm.
rice,
Oh yeah,
best rice,
I
and like India too.
there's there's a place. It was a Middle Eastern place. I can't remember like what actual country it was, but it was called Cheli Kababi. I'm sure that's a place in a
Oh,
country. And dude, they had like the saffron almonds rice, and then they had like the cranberry rice, and it was all pink and like red from the berries being cooked into the rice.
oh yeah,
And it
it's
was
so good.
so good, dude. It had the meat. You
Yeah,
have the meat on it, and then it just like seeps down into the already layered flavored rice. It was so good. Love that.
yeah, man. So I went to the Vons right across the street from there, and I got the actual bone out like chops, which you can get like 4 of them for $7 or something like that. And so I just was like
Pretty good.
frying them up. Super easy to make. One of the easiest things to make in the world. And I am become a lamb stan. So
Nice. Look at you. Lamb chopping it.
back bacon. Don't know what that is.
Don't know
That
what
looks
that
like
is.
the Canadian bacon almost.
Yeah, I get down with that. It's like
I'm gonna
you a
put it
little bit more
haven't
fatty.
tried. I haven't tried
Okay.
it. So what about you?
Yeah, I would like that. I think it's pretty good.
Roast beef. It might almost be in the refuse to eat for me.
Wow.
Like, because I'm
Okay.
so far off of I don't know if this looks like okay, I think you said you like it. I am
Fine.
like against prime rib. Like actively.
Oh,
Like
oh,
it's the only thing that I'm
oh.
like literally like I don't understand. I have no comprehension of how all the rest of humanity loves that, and I am like so not into it. It's like if
Listen,
everyone in the world was like mushrooms are the best vegetable. I'd be like,
I love mushrooms.
But yeah, but everyone's not saying they're the best vegetable. Most people say prime rib is like most men say they're like, "Oh, I'd take a prime rib." I just don't fucking get it. Don't get it.
I think steak tastes better than prime rib, but dude, a good prime rib is
Maybe
effing
I've had
delicious.
prime rib from the house of prime rib, and I was like, that was
This
something where I was like, this is the most awkward experience of my life. It was
like
good,
what
but it
is
wasn't
happening here?
like it had the salt, it had the flavor, but it was like it's just I was like, this isn't the 15th best. Like this is the Jason Tatum of meats to me.
Okay.
Highly overrated.
Yeah, I get it. Dude, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I didn't understand it when I was a kid, like give me steak, give me freaking seafood way over prime rib. Prime rib's like bland, whatever. But dude, we make some fire ass prime ribs at my house for Christmas, like with my mom and my auntie and stuff, and they're delicious. I go to House of Prime Rib. I am 100% hooked. They can have all of my money. If I would give my
How much
life
does it
savings
cost to
to
go
prime
there
rib.
to like get a prime rib? Like if you and I went there, just the two of us and got a prime rib, like what would it be? Like 180
Are, are,
bucks?
are are we talking cocktails too?
No, we're not no cork fee or anything like that.
It'd be like 150 for
Would
both of
there
us.
be would it be like would it be just a plate or would they actually cut off the prime rib like continuously while we're there?
They cut you a big ass piece of prime rib, and then they give you all the sides. You get the salad, you get the bread, you get all the other stuff, the mashed potatoes, the cream spinach, whatever. And then if you eat all your prime rib, you can get another piece of prime rib. It's not like a big ass piece, but they give you extra.
Because when I had it, it was catered. It was like they had like the
Mm.
guys bring out in like a heated truck and they just like brought the metal things out. Basically the same,
Oh,
but it was just like
that's interesting.
transported.
I've never heard of that.
Um Sure, I'm sure it wasn't as good. I don't know. I'm kind of over this tier list thing. Let's just talk about them. Sausage, great. Chicken. Recently I heard on a podcast, not recently, again, everything's in the last like 6 to 12 months for me. Um, chicken is low key, and I agree with this. I think when you're considering, once you learn how to cook steak, it is the easiest, like could do it almost blindfolded thing. In my opinion. Salmon, also easy in that it's hard to fuck up. You can almost eat it right off the fucking thing. Um, since I started making pork chops, really not hard to make. Chicken is one of the toughest meats, like when you really boil it down to cook. And I think, if you season it incorrectly, if the heat's the wrong way, the seasoning chars, it falls off the chicken, which is fucking horrible. If you cook it, overcook it, it gets that nice charring browning on the outside, the blackening has potentially not to cook all the way through. That whole thing, the rigmarole. I don't think I've ever cooked a piece of chicken in my life where I haven't cut it to see into it.
To check it out.
Yeah, which I feel every time just like emasculated by. I'm like, I am such a pussy. But
I feel you.
I don't want to go down, sit down, and open this up and it's pink and have to put it back on this bitch. I don't know.
Right.
Where do you stand? I think it's hard to cook. I think it's like hard to cook for the return is not great.
I am the chicken master. I am so good at cooking chicken, dude. And I don't mean to toot my own horn. On the grill, on the grill, I am, dude. You see, first of all, you can never over season chicken.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
freaking dump it all on there. Dump everything you got in the cupboard. Just empty the bucket on the chicken. You know what I mean? And
empty
then
the clip.
you empty the clip, marinate it, dry rub it, whatever. Put some oil on it too to make it not stick to the grill, whatever. Dude, I'm so good at it. You just put it on high, you let it go, you let it smoke for a little bit, you see it, you freaking turn it. You're looking good, man. It's so good. The chicken we make over here is like the pinnacle. It's
Are you
juicy,
a cover? Are you like an
flavorful.
off-on cover guy?
So
I made some chicken a month ago or so. That I had it, started it on, got the sizzle going, the crackle, so it gets it underneath. And then I put the cover on because I've heard that when I say here, my dad just tells me how to do this stuff.
That's cool.
The steam gets like the moisture gets stuck in there, so it doesn't dry it out. But it also kind of cooks the top that's not getting charred. And then you can baste it a little bit, the top, and then flip it. So whatever I just did like a combination of what he said, and I took the cover on and off, and it was delectable.
Yeah,
so
dude,
it has to do something with like keeping the moisture in.
Yeah. You like plop it in for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something, cover it for 10, and then open it up. You see it's all flaming because the chicken grease is bumping out, and you're like, ooh, okay, well, I need to turn these bitches. And you turn them, and then you got the grill on them, and then you can see it, it's getting a little like freaking crispy tasting. And then you just do that again, and then after 10 more minutes or 7 more minutes, you look at your stuff. You're like, okay, this one's a little bit more done. You can put that one on the side. You can, this is a big bastard. I'll put this one over the flames. You ballpark it. But damn, bro, we've been on a run of cooking some mean chicken over here. It's been good.
Are you a breast or thigh person with chicken?
Thigh, leg. That's kind of where I live. I like the thigh leg action.
Real quick, let's run through the countries there or culinary regions that you think make chicken the best.
The South? Come on. The South is the...
Oh, I meant like of the whole world.
The South.
Of the U.S.?
Fire, yes. Fried chicken.
Really?
Fried
Are you talking about
amazing?
Oh, fried chicken. Okay.
Fried chicken is awesome.
It's good, but I think the best piece of fried chicken eclipses a kebab.
Okay, kebab's pretty good.
Like
souvlaki, chicken souvlaki
masala,
is really good.
The red, however they get that chicken where you pull it out of the sauce, it's literally red. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
I don't know, what is it?
That's tikka masala.
Braised?
No, I think it's like like charred and then baked or something.
It's delicious.
That shit is good. Wait, that's not tikka masala, is it?
I've had tikka masala where you literally pull the chicken out. It's like red. It's like bright red.
Is that it?
But not the inside. You cut it, it's white. But like
yeah. But like it's like it's seasoned red or whatever. Yeah, I've seen that.
but it's like soaked into the meat. Like you can't scrape it off. It's like
I thought that was
here, I'll
called
just
something else. I thought tikka masala was like in the sauce.
oh yeah, tikka masala is masala is the sauce. Chicken tikka, I think, is the way that you prepare like to get it red. I mean, yeah, pretty much like this.
Tandoori chicken.
Tandoori chicken.
That's the red.
That's what it is.
That's the red. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the red shit. Nice. Yeah, that shit's fire. Actually,
I was saying that, like, I think
oh man,
Persians, I was talking with my buddies this weekend about this actually. For what they don't have in the region, and lots of parts of the region, I guess, at least not the north parts, they don't have shit for, like, I mean, it's just very arid. Like, they can still grow stuff somehow. They're so good at that, but like, look at what they're working with. Like, they work with like parsley and tomatoes and like
yeah,
like you're saying, like almond rice and shit. Like, they're mixing cranberries in the rice and they make it so good. But like, they have the dietary restrictions with pork being halal, so they have that huge handcuff, which is like the crutch for many, like, what are like Chinese, like, or Thai, they just make pork belly, or like Japanese, like you can just throw pork belly on a menu. It's like that'll be good no matter what. They don't have that, so they just dominate the lamb and chicken, dude. They're like, we're gonna dominate the chicken game, and they're so good at it. Another one I'll throw in there is France. I haven't had good. I've heard that French they do the chicken. They like own the chicken world. Birds in general, like poultry, France does the best. They serve like dove, pigeon, whatever it is. I just haven't had French food, like, ever.
Yeah. Okay. So me and my roommate have talked about this. We're both Italian, and we say that, French food is basically just like not as good as Italian. It's just
it's not.
It's like
but it's like the most like there's certain dishes they have. Again, I'd think of like good restaurants. I don't know if you can have a French restaurant and have it be like under $30 a meal.
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely it's bougie for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, the French food is like the fancy hoity-toity food that is probably good, but like, what is it? Like, what makes it French? Like, I'm like, just because it has
did
French
you watch
names.
Succession, the show Succession?
I watched the first season and then fell off. It just got to be too many rich people.
So there's an episode, some point in the show, where Tom Wobsgans, the guy who's married to the girl, the daughter, he takes like his assistant to this really nice restaurant, probably in New York, and they eat this food. I believe this is a real thing, but they kind of make a joke of it, but like, it's a real concept where you have to put the towel or like napkin over your head while you eat this certain dish. I believe it's French. Let me look it up.
Okay. Because you're not supposed to look at it? Is that the deal?
Yeah. Bird dish that you cover your head to eat. Yeah, because it's like so it's a really tiny bird. You're eating like a small, yeah, it's like this, I think. Oh wait, whoops. Do you see this?
Yeah, I can see it. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a tiny bird that you eat, and it's supposed to be, it's like a delicacy, but it's
it's like
you're supposed to like cover your head at least. Oh yeah, right here. Why French chefs want us to eat this bird, head, bones, beak, and all, but you cover your head.
That's weird.
It's very weird. Very fucking weird.
See, French people doing some weird ass shit, bro. French people doing some weird ass shit just because they're weird.
But I bet it's like fucking phenomenal.
I don't know, man. Bones, beak,
yeah,
and
maybe
all.
not.
Kind of cool off that, dude.
It's
unnecessary.
So small. Have you ever seen
roughness?
Have you ever seen the Gordon Ramsay chicken wings?
No, those sound good. Have you ever had snails, Sam? Snails is the French food.
I don't think I have, man. Sadly.
Like, again, dudes, like, they're fine and all, but like, French people are doing the most. They're trying to like, be top tier, and they're really not. Like, French
Have
people,
you had them?
Yes, I've had them many times. My girlfriend loves snails. I'm like, they're snails. They're not even. They're like okay. They taste like garlic butter, like, and soil. Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
that chicken looks pretty good.
Gordon Ramsay basically lives and dies by this.
If
you see him go on,
chickens.
Yeah, if you've seen him go on Hot Ones with Sean Evans, where they eat like the hot wings and talk, oh yeah, right here. He brings his own wings because he says the ones that
Wow.
Sean was using were trash, and they
I'm sure.
always have. He's like, if you want Michelin star wings, they're really small, like lollipops, like you're saying, and they
Yeah.
have the bone sticking out. And I've had wings like this before somewhere at some
Okay.
brewery, and sometimes you'll get wings and they'll be like one or two like this,
Yeah.
and the smaller the chicken is undoubtedly better. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like
That's
those
for sure.
wings look so fucking good.
Hmm.
A big steroided out wing is the most like off-putting thing to
Gross,
me.
dude. It's
I like
freaking
the
gross.
smaller the wing, the better, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I'm all in on that. Man, I can handle wings. I freaking love wings.
You could handle them.
Dude, I can go to town on wings. I could probably eat like 20 wings in, like probably twice a week, you know?
Yeah, I agree if they're good, but once
Just
once I have
mondo.
some bad wings, I'll be like off wings for like a year.
Yeah, I get that. I'm kind of okay with that. Dude, I freaking man, you made me so hungry. I'm like,
Oh
I
my
want
gosh,
meat now.
dude. I have such a fun game for us to play.
All right, sweet. Also, I just want to let you know, I haven't had meat in like 24 hours. Like I had for breakfast, I had like
24?
yeah, dude, I had like Pop-Tarts.
Who
Like
are you?
I had a Pop-Tart and like an oatmeal for breakfast. So now I'm like fully on the meat train, dude. I'm like,
Dude,
give me
that's a
the
good idea that you
meats.
just What?
Wait, what?
Oh, I couldn't hear you for a second.
I
What'd you say?
said I said I had a Pop-Tart and oatmeal for breakfast, so I'm on the meat train. Like I want some meats. Give me the meats.
Dude, a meat tart would be damn good.
A meat pie? It sounds like a meat pie kind of
Like
thing,
just a
you know?
thin meat tart. Imagine if they made like I don't know. Never mind.
Like okay, yeah, it's like breaded like you know what a toaster strudel is?
Yes.
Like instead of the filling, instead of the raspberry filling or whatever, you just got some fucking tasty ass meat on that
Yeah, I
thing.
thought, yeah, but that would be kind of gross.
Dude, have you ever had a pierogi? Do you know what a pierogi is?
Pierogi?
A pierogi. It's like
Not a
a
pierogi?
yeah, a pierogi is delicious. It's like like almost like a ravioli or like a dumpling or whatever. A pierogi is like, dude, it's fire. It's like a crispy, doughy thing, like a bread doughy thing that's like deep fried, and then inside is like minced meat. It's like ground beef or ground chicken or ground lamb, and then like seasoning. So fucking good.
Oh,
Don't
I have
sleep
not
on the
had it.
pierogi. Yeah, it's like
Pierogi.
it's like a Russian street
Sounds
food.
Russian.
Fire.
So this is a game I saw these guys playing. You can see this, right?
Infinite Craft. Deal fun.
Dude, so this guy makes these games. His name's Neil something. He makes these fucking games all by himself, and it's super simple. So what you do, look, you click
11-11,
Earth.
Sam. It's 11-11. Make a wish.
I wish to find my AirPods when I'm done with this because I
Oh,
think
good
this
luck.
maintenance guy stole them.
Good luck.
Um,
That sucks.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, so what you do is you like drag these out onto the board.
Doucher.
And what?
You're a doucher. You blamed it on the help. I'm sure you just misplaced
Oh,
them
dude,
in
I'm
your,
almost
in your,
like,
in
oh,
your couch cushion.
well, I don't have cushions, so nice try. I'm just saying that they stole it because one, I don't want to look, but I'm gonna have to look for it. It's
Yeah.
raining. It's literally like you have to look for these.
When you find
I don't
them,
want to.
when you find them, you need to apologize for the maintenance guy.
I'm gonna send you a video of me finding them if I do.
All right, good. I hope
Here's
you do.
Earth. So like what you do is you can literally like people get to 9/11 on this. People get to like James Earl Jones. Like they get to crazy things. So like you just
Okay.
combine them
Okay.
and like the AI makes things. So I was thinking we could fucking try to make some crazy shit or not, but it literally is like fucking addicting.
I'm confused.
Do you see how this
So-
works? So like you combine things and the AI just like will populate a word. So it's like the combination. What is water plus fire?
I would
Steam.
say like, okay.
So see how it
Nice.
works, and it's just like how I don't know, dude. The other day I was just watching them play
Ah.
this, and I was like, this is amazing. Like to get to like I don't know John F. Kennedy or something like
Cloud.
that. You're like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I thought we were gonna have to guess like what the ending result would be, but I get what you're saying, kind of.
What they were doing though, what the guy did that's kind of fun, and we could do it one episode, is like he literally this guy went to like a random word generator. He got 5 words and it was like World War II, JFK. I remember those because they're like two. It was like Challenger explosion, football field. Like he got like different things, and then he had to make them on that page, and it was like
Wow.
it took him quite a while. Yeah,
Yeah, I believe that.
Switch titles 80s and 90s.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's funny because I've never heard of the Sporkle until like we did it on our podcast. And then I was working at Pac-12 and this guy I hate was just doing a bunch of different Sporkles. Like I was like, oh damn, this is the guy
Why
who
do you
does
hate him?
Sporkles. He's just twerpy and annoying and like entitled and
Call him out.
nerdy. I mean, yeah, it's ending. So I'm like, dude, you suck. I hate working with you. Like, I hate when I have to sit next to you for 8 hours.
Is it ending? What's going on with like so they're not going to have a network for the Olympic sports and stuff?
Yeah, all the
let's
teams
talk
are going away.
Media industry.
I hate talking media industry. So I guess Washington State and Oregon State are still like going strong. They're keeping the Pac-2 alive. The Pac-Deuce, as I like to call it. But I guess in our building, they're still going to run sports out of that. So it's not fully ending, but it is, it's dulled down quite a bit.
What does it feel like? Like, what are the people like? We never touched on this. What was it like when UCLA and USC announced they were leaving? We can put Sporkle on the back burner for another day. Let's talk about this.
It was crazy. No, I like the Sporkle, but I don't know. It was crazy. It was like, what do you mean? Like, you've been in this conference for 100 years. Like, now all of a sudden you're just going to dip? Like, that's pretty messed up. But then it didn't really seem like foreboding until,
what does that mean?
Like, it didn't seem like it was the beginning of the end. You know what I mean? Like we were completely screwed and like everyone would leave until the commissioners just didn't get a deal done with anybody. It's like,
was Larry Scott
terrible.
showing his face around there, or would people like talk to him and like, bro, what is your deal?
I mean, he would like turn around for like media days and come up for media days and stuff.
What would they ask him? Would they be like, Larry, are we done?
No, they'd be like, yeah, what does this mean for the conference? Why did UCLA and USC leave? Like, what do we have?
Yo, I've never felt better about the conference and where our direction is.
Yeah, dude, the dude just blowing smoke up everyone's ass, I guess.
Mean, that's crazy for me to joke about that, but he definitely said something about like that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. You were there probably, right? He had to have been like,
sure.
I've never felt better. He had to have said he's never felt better or like never been more optimistic or something like that.
Some bullshit that like
was
complete lie.
Yeah, complete lie.
Garbage. Two of our biggest money makers like bouncing out the door, but you know what? We couldn't be stronger. We're gonna grow more.
Yeah,
in unison, and it's gonna
be
tighter.
The strength of this conference is unmatched. Just complete lies, dude.
Bullshitter, dude.
Fuck you, Larry.
Yeah, and then the next guy came in and like dropped the ball too. It was like he couldn't save shit either. It's like, whatever, man. Fucking loser.
So what is Oregon State and Washington State? What is the top 10, maybe top 5 perennial consecutive years every year baseball program Oregon State going to have to do?
Oh, I bet you they're not going to be very good anymore. Like, obviously. Like, I think that a lot of the kids...
I don't know how they're good already, so...
Well,
do you think the kids are playing there to play in the Pac-12?
Sometimes you can just make a good-ass, like, a good-ass dynasty, even if it's not like a
their coach is like the best coach that has ever lived. So
yeah, well, he retired.
That's why Pat Casey's gone.
Yeah, he retired. Now it's some other guy, but he's still pretty good. Like they're
still number 7 or something now.
Yeah, they're good.
How do you feel about Stanford women's basketball? I took a future on them like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "This is Vanderveer's last year. They're fucking winning this. There's no shot they don't win this shit. They need to pull the heartstrings. They need anything. College, dude. By the way, I know I'm just running my mouth now, but the NBA All-Star game, holy shit!
Oh, dude,
did they just want to suck off the WNBA players?
What do you mean, dude? The UNESCO step thing was sick.
1, no. 2,
what do you mean? like she almost beat Steph in
Dude,
the 3-point competition.
I saw a tweet from like an NBA account on Twitter. It was like breaking news, like all caps. Steph Curry defeats Sabrina Ionescu in the 3-point shoot.
Dude, he won by like one ball. He
know,
won by
but it's like
one ball.
breaking news. I was dying laughing.
Dude, listen, okay, there's nothing else going on in the world
Was
of
she shooting a
sports at
small
all.
ball
She was probably shooting a WNBA ball. I don't know.
from the same
maybe.
distance though?
Same distance, yeah.
Okay, I'm completely 180 on it. I'm in.
Dude, what is wrong with you? Like everyone.
No, but the NBA
It's
NBA
sick,
All-Star game
dude.
was a. I
Oh,
don't want to be
gross.
that
It's
guy.
disgusting.
It was a Black History Month WNBA suck sesh. And I get the Black History Month thing. I do understand like 95% of the league is black. But at some point, it's
Yeah.
like we're watching guys literally make a mockery of like the fans that paid to be there. And like, I would rather watch Reggie Miller stand up on the fucking broadcast booth, the side table,
Mhm.
and yell at Karl Anthony Towns to do something or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that'd be good.
Jennifer Hudson too, maybe the worst singer I've ever heard.
Fergie,
Like,
dude, come on. Fergie was at the All-Star game. That's where her terrible natty came from.
oh, I mean, but I'm talking about the halftime
Do you
show.
remember that?
Yeah. I think everyone's like looking at each other.
Yeah.
Was that the All-Star game or was it a finals game? I don't know.
No, that was an All-Star game.
Yeah, but my point about the WNBA is no one gives a fuck. And then they're like shoving it down our throat and I'm sorry. Yeah, you can say people care. When like 70,000 people in America care, nobody cares. Like when something's that small, no one cares. Like when the people vote for the independent like candidate, no one cares.
So what are we saying, Sam? That the WNBA shouldn't exist? Is that
It
what
should
we're
not
saying?
exist. It should shut down. All
Jesus.
resources and power should be allocated to male leagues.
Well, it obviously has to be making some sort of money. It has to be like a good business model or something, or else they wouldn't be in. I mean, like maybe it would still be in existence, but like guys aren't just going to be willing, or like whoever the owners aren't just going to be willing to throw away their money for women's empowerment or sport.
Well, so the
You know what I mean?
NBA owns the WNBA. So my thought on
I didn't know.
Well,
that.
I would disagree. I would say no, it can't be making money. But unless there's that many women watching the All-Star game because of the narratives and like the storylines from the WNBA, if they're really pulling that many women viewers into the NBA, I could see that. But there's just as many men like me who said, see ya at like halftime because one, bad game. Two, like I don't care about the WNBA. Like I'm already watching a bad NBA game. I'm not like I would watch women's basketball like if I wanted to just be here, like do this.
Let's put it this way, dude. I don't think that the All-Star game is the one that's broken. I think the NBA is the thing that's broken.
Yeah, I agree with that. It sucks.
It sucks, dude. It's such a bad watch nowadays. It's all about fouls. It's all about bullshit points. It's all about you can't do anything on the defensive end. Like the stars don't even play half the time. And then it's like, how are we supposed to get involved with this? Like, it's just not, they need to fix it to me.
Dude, I said this to you like 2 years ago that it's like a made for social media league. Yeah. And I think you pushed back because you liked it back then.
I really liked the free agency side of it. I liked the trade.
That's
side
what I don't like. It's about what the NBA
like
to me is like it's like a league of
children.
And I get the interest, but it's like a league. Well, but it's like a league of like what's going to happen. Like it's like where is this guy going to go? Like is he going to join forces with this player? It's like nobody is realizing like, and it's like even if when a bad team or a team is playing bad, like the Sixers sucked with Harden or whatever. It's like where's Harden going to go? No one's talking about like what's going to happen to the Sixers. It's just a very weird dynamic of like it's such a individual player driven league. And like you can have a team that's won 15 straight games. And if LeBron James would have gotten traded to the Warriors, like they had that rumor, like him and D'Lo go to the Warriors, like that would a team could win 50 games in a row. And you would have one thing like that happen and it would completely snuff all of it. And that's just the reality. And I get why, but it's like I don't know how. And that's what I get back to. When you have a fan base like the Celtics fans or Pistons fans, whatever, and then you have one player do one thing or like get traded or say one thing or show up to like a game in a weird outfit and it dominates the storylines because they're appealing to the 90 IQ social media, like 13-year-old Twitter fans that want to fight their teacher when they get their phone stolen. Like that's the bad part about it. Like it's like, and it really takes away from what the players are doing and like the team. Like I just don't think right now, and I'm standing on my soapbox like an old man. The 2009 2010 finals, whatever it was, with the Lakers and Celtics, when it was like 70-65, game 7.
Yeah. Kobe versus Pierce
That's
and
just
Garnett.
a coincidence that it was so low. So that was the most I've ever cared, maybe about any sporting event ever. Like more than Dodgers, anything was for them to
Wow.
beat the Celtics. And
Okay.
I am barely a Lakers fan anymore. Like not even.
Yeah.
I would root for the Warriors as much as I would root for the Lakers because of how much fun their like the 3-point teams were.
Yeah.
Like the whole team aspect of it, like it has moved me out naturally, not even inorganically, not even of me like revolting. I've just naturally not became a Lakers fan anymore because there is like zero interest. Like I don't know. It's like why would I want to root for a team that has a guy like roll his ankle and be out 7 weeks like Anthony Davis? Like it's just disgusting. Fuck it.
All right. No NBA for Sam. I
Fuck,
get it,
dude.
I don't watch the NBA. Like if I'll maybe watch the playoffs if the Warriors are in it, or I'll maybe watch the finals. Like not sitting here watching regular season NBA games in my off time. I don't.
Yeah, the playoffs are good.
Yeah, but like I don't have time for that. Like,
but still, Silver fucked that up. They allow like 80% of the teams in now.
Yeah, dude, I don't
like. What are we fucking doing?
Stupid play-in tournament. It's like, okay, yeah, everyone has a chance. And I get it's supposed to like combat tanking, sort of, but like it's not really. It's just allowing more mediocre teams a chance to get in the playoffs, and then you already have 7-game series in each of the rounds. It's like overblown. There's too much. There's too much.
I'm going to tell you a way to prohibit tanking in 5 seconds. Over the last 10 games of each team, give an incentive-based game regardless of how good the team is. The Wizards play the Celtics. Incentivize a $50,000 team bonus to the team that wins. Like, do something like that. Don't make the fans pay and have to watch shitty basketball for you not incentivizing the players. Like, I don't know. It's the same thing with them sitting. It's like they're only sitting because they can. Football players don't get paid if they don't fucking play. It's not. I don't know.
Another thing, it's just a cash grab too. It's allowing more.
Such a cash grab league, dude.
Bullshit.
Let's watch a 9-game series between the fucking Hornets and the Knicks. You know,
to see who gets April. To play. To see who gets to get bounced by the Celtics. You know what I mean? It's like so bad. But
fuck Adam Silver. I like him too. No. I think he's the best commissioner. In a weird way, he is. Like I don't fucking.
I know, but like. Yeah, dude, he needs and he sees this too. Like he was not happy with the All-Star game, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
he was pissed.
He knows there's a problem. Like and he's hearing these coaches like come out and tell him like, "Yo, the NBA has a problem." Like it's going to ruin the game if it hasn't already, and that changes need to be made. Like he knows these things. It's just I don't know like when is he going to do it? When is he going to implement some stuff that like, fixes things or makes it more watchable or makes it more fan friendly, or it makes it just better and more entertaining. Like it's busted. It's busted.
And I hate on Manfred all the time, but I think we both are in agreement that the pitch clock is the best thing to ever happen to baseball.
Oh yeah, I'm about it, dude. Yeah. Even though boomers and old players and like everyone from the old regime hate it, like I get it. Like I'm fine. Me and you would be fine with 3.5-hour games. Like that's okay for us. But
I much more prefer the faster games.
Yeah, and like his baseball's freaking dying, and there's no new fan base, and it needed it. Like it needed that change up, that quickness, that snappiness, that action. You know what I mean? Like now you can't. Now there's not 25.
I don't go down to check my phone in between pitches now. Like I'm
exactly,
watching, and that's
for real.
That is a game changer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even like a phone addict. Do you know that if I'm doing that, most other people are. That like are picking up their phone in between pitches and not looking back at the TV.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, dude, that's why I have like some semblance of faith because Adam Silver is a good good guy who wants the best for his sport or whatever. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, I don't think Manfred does. I don't think Goodell really does. Like, I think that Silver actually cares. Like, he's likable.
Goodell
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
Fuck not.
Yeah, dude. He just wants to, like, fluff the owners' dicks. Like, that's it. That's his job.
This is like a huge conspiracy that to get into, and I'm the millionth person to say this shit. But can we step back and realize? I still think maybe to the better interest of like ESPN and the Foxes of the world, whatever the corporate companies that speak, but who get paid and have contracts to look out for. But like the Chiefs making the fucking Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift and that whole thing. Yes,
Yeah.
they're a great team. Yes, they have the best quarterback. Yes, they have an all-time coach. Whatever, dude. They were like a average team in like week 7. They finished the regular season 10-7, I believe, right?
That sounds
or
right.
11-6. I think 10-7. And
10-7 sounds right.
They fucking obliterated every team basically. Like they
No. You're wrong.
What do you mean?
You're wrong. They barely beat the Bills. They barely beat the Niners.
Did they barely beat the Bills?
Yes, barely beat the Bills. Like, they barely beat the Ravens.
Oh yeah, they lost in that missed field goal, huh?
They barely beat all of these teams. Now, don't get me wrong.
That's even more of a testament to them just sneaking by, though.
Yeah, I know. But like, listen, I don't know what the refs were told or what the refs were, like.
I'm not even saying that. I just think it's crazy
or whatever
that worked out that well. For
yeah. Oh yeah. It was great for the NFL. Like, again,
like
they always
perfect.
They always joke about the NFL script writers, right? Like, oh yeah, the script perfect. They got it perfect this year. Like, like Taylor Swift was the freaking like extra sauce. You know what I mean? That like elevated the In-N-Out burger. Like,
I don't even care about her too. I'm not the one that get pissed at her being on the screen. I don't care.
Oh,
the ratings, the numbers they did is insane, bro.
Dude, I know. Like, did you see? I saw this number that Taylor Swift generated $300 million extra revenue for the Chiefs, whether it's like outside people coming into the TV market or different, like new people buying Chiefs gear or more people watching Chiefs games than, other games or whatever. She alone generated $300 million for the Chiefs. It's fucking crazy in 1 year or like half a year. However, whenever she started going to the games with Travis Kelce or whatever.
I mean, what is the price? Like, I guess we kind of know about this from being in TV. Like what was the upcharge or percent bump that the NFL was to ask when they did those Super Bowl? Although they probably did these Super Bowl bidding ads, like the bids.
Oh,
like
sure.
a year ago or something.
Before the season, yeah, probably.
What is it going to be like next year? Like if they know Taylor Swift's in the mix. I don't know. It's
crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of incentive for them to throw the whole. And one thing that always kills it for me, but I am a sucker of the moment, and I'm like, this shit was rigged. Like I'll see one video, someone can convince me so fast that like the game was thrown. Like they'll post like a video of like Charles Okonkwo or whatever, like holding a Ravens player, and I'm like, look at that. I was like, the NFL wanted to. So like you could ping pong me back and forth. Just keep sending me holds that weren't called. And
I know, right?
I'll agree with the last video I see.
But dude, Niners fans have been bitching about that from the last Chiefs Super Bowl. It's like they call what they call. Sometimes there's a hold, sometimes there's not. You know what I mean? And like I get the whole this is the biggest like, Niners conspiracy narrative is that the Chiefs were called for the most holding penalties in the NFL the last 3 years. And in the 2 Super Bowls against the Niners, they weren't called for a single hold. It's like, all right, I get it. But like
that holds water.
Yeah. But you still like dropped a punt. You still fumbled like when you were coming down the field.
Wasn't there a game when they played the Giants in like 2010 when the guy fumbled it?
His name is Kyle Williams, and he fumbled it twice.
Same thing happened, right?
Well, yeah. We had the lead, and we stopped him on defense twice, and then he fumbled it twice, and they got the ball back twice.
My God.
It's hard to win.
That guy's name was Kyle Williams?
Kyle Williams, man. Infamy.
Dude, I gotta say, I keep thinking is that your knee?
That is my knee.
Dude, it keeps looking like a child child's like head with a hat on it, like bouncing around next to you,
That's weird.
like moving around like a mind of its own.
No.
Last thing I wanted to say about the Niners is, and I swear I'm not trying to dig a hole in you.
It's fine.
It feels like when they
honestly,
lost,
yeah.
when they lost, and like when they're in the Super Bowl, when they lost, I almost felt like I wanted to say to Niners fans, like, oh, like you guys have had it pretty good though. But then I think about it in my head, I think you guys won a Super Bowl, like 2 Super Bowls since 2000. I don't know why. You've only been there once and now twice. But in my head, I'm like,
three times. This is the third time. We
oh
went
yeah. Chiefs,
twice recently, and then in 2012. Or
yeah, I was reading about the first Chiefs. But so 3 times. And I think I don't even think I know you guys lost all of those, but I still think like, oh, the Niners have had a surplus of success to the point where they have a Super Bowl. But it's been like a 90s or something.
30 years, yeah.
So how many did Steve Young win? 2?
He won 1 as a starter. Joe Montana won 4 as a starter.
So Montana only has 4 Super Bowls, or has 4.
Yeah, 4.
So Brady like fucked him
like
up a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
7.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, want to know something fucking sick? This weekend, we're at the Riviera Golf Club.
Oh, nice. You went? Sick.
Yeah, we were on the 10th hole, which is like an iconic par 4. It's most of the guys were like hitting it on the green or getting close. It's like 290, 280 something. And we were at this lounge, this Tito's lounge that was like free to just walk up and sit at. And we got one of the seats that are like bar seats that literally are like on the edge of the fairway. Like a guy could hit one and hit us. And people are walking by because there's like one of the paths that people are walking by. So we get to see all the people. And at one point, our friend says, yo, that's Reggie, like Reggie Bush. And he's just walking by himself, basically with sunglasses on, with one other guy with a neck lanyard, probably his agent or something like that. They're just walking together, 2 guys. But we were probably 30 yards away, 40 yards away when he said that, our friend. And I was like, first of all, Reggie Bush, I assume all running backs, all football players, like, are bigger guys. He has slimmed way down. He doesn't, and he has a big old beard. Reggie, football player, never had a beard like that, like a thick beard.
Just lined up, if anything.
So he was like he was walking, and it was a guy in good shape, a black man in good shape with like a hat on, sunglasses. But I was like, not at all. I was like, he said, there's Reggie. And Cody, our other friend in between us, was like, oh, Reggie Bush. And I was like, and then he started walking closer. He's like, oh, let me make sure like he'll get closer. He's probably 20 yards away or so. And he's like, hey, Reggie. And I couldn't believe that this guy was calling out to this black man with sunglasses on and a hat saying, Reggie. And I didn't understand the nature of their relationship or anything. And I was like, bro, you are like taking a bit like I would wait till he's way closer to make a gamble of saying, hey, Reggie. Like, because you don't want to assume it's Reggie Bush and like have it not be when you're at a golf tournament. It's like the one black man walking around.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I couldn't.
Never really thought of that.
I was like, when he said Reggie Bush, he's like, Reggie. I was like, oh man, dude.
Wait, and you know this guy? This was like your friend?
Yeah, the guy was calling for him. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't know that he knew Reggie Bush because he works for a golf company like Cleveland that makes clubs, and so he drives around to different courses and he sells them in like his Sprinter van for Cleveland. So he goes to like all these courses, and so Sherwood, which is like a very, very super, super, super private club, like on the other side of the Santa Monica Mountains. It's even better than Riviera. This kid Connor said. He said that I think Reggie's a member there. Reggie Bush. It was the coolest thing I can see. Like I can say I've seen in 5 years. He's like Reggie. And like I said, I was like nervous. I was like, dude, you called out to that guy thinking he was someone you know way too early. Like at least for my taste.
Sure.
Reggie Bush says, hey, yo, takes a quick jog, speeds up to come say hi to our friend, daps him up. He's like, yo, are we going to play Sherwood soon? And our friend was like, yeah, man, let me know when you're free. If you're free this week. He's like, oh, I got nothing going on, bro. Football's done.
Sick.
And I was just like, dude, that was the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. And Reggie's like, I'll catch you, bro. See ya. Like they were like good friends.
That's sick.
Had no idea this guy knew Reggie Bush. like nothing like that. It was
You're
so
like, wait,
crazy.
what? Yeah, you're like freaking
No, I
out.
was.
You're like,
I
dude.
literally Reggie walked away. I was like, dude, Connor. I was like, that was the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen anyone do in my life. Like, and
That's sick,
everyone
dude.
around us was like watching. Every person, every girl, every set of eyes in this little lounge was like looking over, watching our friend talk to Reggie Bush. And I felt adjacently, two removed, at the fucking man. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever done.
Hell yeah. Nice. And it goes to show you, man, golf buddies go a long way.
That's what I told my boss this because I work at a golf company now, an indoor golf like driving range. And
Yeah.
I told him that. He said that they said the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, you play golf with catch someone on the course one time and you'll just like talk to them forever. I was like,
Yeah, dude. It's like because you're like, oh, I can play golf with this guy. This guy's fun to be around. Like, it's great. We like to drink, we like to gamble, we like to, hit some balls. We're both not that good. We're both hella good. It's like
his confidence though of
bonding.
him saying, hey Reggie, like I wouldn't be like, hey Lenny Kravitz. Like I wouldn't say that to anyone, no matter how sure I was of them. Like I was like, as I know athletes very well, as you do too, like very good facial recognition with them and stuff. Even with sunglasses, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm pretty good. I was like not comfortable with Reggie Bush, and he was like 10 yards away, and he was like saying, "Hey, what's up, Reggie?" And I was like, "That's a gamble. Like you must know him."
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're comfortable with the dude, in if he's famous or not, like you were boys, like you have good interaction. You've gone to the course probably a million times or whatever it seems like, or at least a few times. And so, yeah, he obviously Reggie Bush was super nice to him, or they got along great. So you don't really feel like out of place being like,
No, he
like,
doesn't.
yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
I'm saying like as a black guy, like I wouldn't want to be like calling out to saying it's a black. He obviously knows him, but even if it was like, it's like even if I know the black guy, I still got to be a little closer to him to be like, because if I'm wrong, that looks really that like fucks up my whole day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I didn't really think about it, but yeah, I guess so.
Like if he's like, "What? My name's like Tom" or something like that, it'd be like, "Fuck."
I mean, yeah.
Like, oh, I thought you were Reggie Bush. Sorry.
I guess
it's like,
yeah. I guess I get what you're saying. Like, well, that happens a lot in everyday
I thought you were
life.
Michael Jordan. My bad.
You know what I mean? Like, how many times do you like go on the street and you think you see somebody that you know? You know what I mean? You're like, oh my God, that looks exactly like somebody I know. And then you're like, but that can't be them, but maybe it is them. And then you don't say like, hey, yo.
I would though, but if they're black, I have way more hesitancy to do that as a white person. Because their idea is, if it's not them, it's like, oh, he thought I was fucking the running back from the NFL. Like, of course.
Listen, dude, listen, this whole thing, like, I don't even get, everybody looks exactly the same. Like,
well, my friend agreed. Our other friend agreed. He's like, yeah, that was an early call for Reggie.
I mean, I get it. Yeah. Maybe he knew that he was going to be there. I don't. Yeah. It could be.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors, but I'm just saying, like, even if
it was a risk. It was a risk that, the guy went all in on, he was confident. He was confident in the facial recognition
Charles Barkley is
one
of the only people that I would be like, oh, that's Charles Barkley.
Yeah, you can see that
if he was wearing like sunglasses and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I hope you go play golf. I need to go play golf too.
It's been raining still, so I'm hoping I can play tomorrow. I'm hoping it's pretty. I have the day off tomorrow, so I'm trying to get out there tomorrow.
When's the last time you had tom yum soup?
Ooh, that is good stuff. I've been on a huge Asian food kick lately, but I haven't had tom yum soup in a while. It's been a minute. That's the coconut one, right?
Tom Kha is the coconut. Tom Yum is the hot and sour without the coconut, which I like a lot better now.
I like those.
Yeah, that's good too.
I had udon.
They're both good.
I had udon. The other day. I had beef noodle soup last night. Yeah, udon's the thick Japanese noodles. Like they're really like dense. It's a lot more thick and kind of like hearty. Dude, I love Asian food.
I do too.
Some Asian.
There's a Mandarin place next to the golf like shopping center. Ooh. There's a Mandarin place, and I ate it last night. I eat it probably 5 times a week. It's getting bad, bro. Yeah,
you're addicted.
Like low key, the MSG has me,
bro. Yeah, the MSG's got you hooked, dude. I'm telling you, it's just like you got the inkling, the urge.
Oh. Hi guys, my name is Sam, and I'm an MSG addict, and I'm a monosodium
He
glutamate
can't be addicted to MSG. I suck dick for Coke.
Oh well, I've sucked dick for Chinese food, so you know what's worse than sucking dick for
dude.
Coke? Sucking dick for Chinese food.
Oh yeah, you got it down bad.
If someone said that to me, I'd be like, you might be right. Like that, I would show that little compassion. I'd be like, bro, he's
MSG
got a
rehab.
fucking point. Yeah.
Dude, the MSG is the good then. Like it's got that, like, not even, we thought like nicotine and tobacco had us by the balls. MSG next level.
So my parents have always been like very healthy, health centric, not very themselves, like, but like as far as eating fast food, never ate fast food when I was a kid. All had like the organic shitty snacks. I was pissed.
Okay. Yeah.
But like so they would also say like they would say things to me like oh, why'd you get the reduced fat Cheez-Its? Oh, the other one has like a lot of saturated fat or trans fat. So I was like aware of what those bad things were kind of young age,
Yeah.
but whatever. My dad was the same way, and he would say like he would make this homemade popcorn that was like really good. And
Oh
you know
yeah. That's
Johnny's
good stuff.
seasoning salt?
No, but it sounds delicious.
It's
I
just
love
like a
seasoning
common,
salt.
you can find it at Safeway, anything. Has like the yellow top on it. It's good stuff, but it's really good on popcorn. And he used to use that, and at one point, like I don't know, he at some like 10 years ago or something, he was like pissed that he's like, "Yeah, I stopped using Johnny's." And I was like, "Why?" Because he made popcorn, it tasted different. And he's like, "Oh, they took out the MSG." And he was like actually upset about it. Like he's like, "Yeah, fucking Johnny's, dude. I had such a good routine with them." And I
They
was like,
sold out.
this shit makes sense, bro.
Dude, I know it's
Foods
not the
are
same.
drugs. Yeah.
It's not the same. Oh, okay. So another thing before we bounce, we talked about Lent a little while ago and like Catholics or whatever. So Lent is now. I looked it up. I didn't even know this. Lent is is from the 14th to February 14th to March 28th. So they literally, Catholics got it right.
March
They put
28th?
Lent March 28th. It's like
Fuck
2
that.
months or a month and
Holy
a half.
shit.
I know it's a long time, but they did it right in that it's after the Super Bowl. So you can go ape shit at the Super Bowl and then you just give up whatever you need to for Lent. And it made me think about this. What would you give up? Like, what would be the hardest thing for you to give up?
So I
And
was just going to ask, is there like requirements,
now
or
we
can you
know.
give up anything?
You can give up anything, but I want to know what would be the hardest thing for you to give up. And now we know it's MSG. It's Asian food.
Probably because it's like something that I don't realize I'm addicted to.
Yeah, there you go.
Probably like breathing or drinking water.
Oh, shut up. Come on. Like you still have to be able to live.
It would be hard for me to give up unhealthy bowel movements. Like I would like to go a month and a half with just having clean, pure poops.
Oh, that'd be amazing, dude.
No, but
amazing.
realistically, what would be difficult?
Yeah. Like, I think boozing would be hard for me because I love drinking
booze
so
would
much.
be difficult, but I don't know if it would be the thing
Yeah,
where
I could
I'd
do
like
it.
miss it the most. I think I would miss weed way more than booze.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Like if I'm like get home from work late at like 11:30 from a red carpet or something, and I like don't want to go to
You
bed
sound
yet.
so important. That sounds so important.
No, I mean the other job I work does red carpets, and we have to go back to the office
Yeah.
and like process the footage. So whatever. I usually get home at like
Yeah.
post midnight. If like when I do that, if I don't have weed when I'm going home, when I'm driving home, I'm like, fuck this shit. Like someone punched me, knocked me out, so I can wake up in the morning and go get weed. Like this is gonna suck. But not one time ever am I like, oh, I just need to go to 7-Eleven and pick up a beer. Like so, but it
dude,
is
are you kidding?
nicer. That's just one
my
scenario.
life. That's my
Really?
life.
Well, you don't
Like,
smoke, so it's like you need some vice.
yeah, that's true.
I think another one would be for me. It would be close to beer because gambling. Like I don't I'm
Mm.
not a big gambler. Like I go many days, I go like a week, maybe not a week, but like 4 or 5 days without betting. But I think if I had to give it up for that long, there would be like a few times where we're in this lull of sports that basically I need to like do college basketball betting or
You need to care. You need to care about something.
yeah, or I'm gonna start watching like HGTV or something like that, or like the Q network where they
Or
sell like
below deck. You're just gonna start
yeah, some
watching
shit like
below
that,
deck.
like ridiculousness. Um, and I'd be dead. So yeah,
That's fair.
booze is the
That's
easy answer,
a good
but
call.
weed might be a little harder for me. I've been buying baseball cards, which is something else I wanted to talk about. Dude,
Wow.
I've actually
Okay.
hit in the last like we haven't
Some
talked in
good
a while,
stuff.
but oh yeah, dude. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, bro.
I'm
Bring
not
me
gonna
on.
get it.
Dude. Okay, that's fine. Just send me a
I got a
picture.
Craig Biggio rookie card out of
Uh,
10
wow.
autographed. So it's
What?
like
Wait.
literally there's
Wait.
only 10 that exist and it's autographed rookie. And I'm
From
having the
like
hardest
the
fucking
90s.
time selling on eBay. Yeah, so it was a print from 1988 made for the 1989 set of Donruss. And I bought this was like a couple days before Christmas. I went and bought a Donruss 2022 hobby box. And Donruss Panini, which is made by I don't know if you've seen Panini, like the card
Yeah.
company.
Yeah, the new
They
one. Yeah.
own like it's like Topps and Panini, basically those two. They kind of control everything. And Panini doesn't have licensing to baseball, and they haven't in like I don't know how
Oh,
long. I just started collecting
interesting.
them last March again. But at this point in time in '89, they did have licensing, where the licensing rules weren't as strict. So Biggio, because he doesn't have his jersey on, or he does, but it's like he has catcher's gear on, because back when he started, he was a catcher. So he
Yeah, I
has
remember
the
that.
helmet backwards, but the card still has an Astros logo. So in theory, it's like the old Astrodome logo. This card should sell a lot better because Donruss Panini products baseball or unlicensed products in general sell like a lot worse than Tops. Like the more you can see the logo. I personally don't give a fuck. But I'm also not a collector. Like I just am looking to resell for money. I don't care all about keeping this shit. I want to sell it. And
Sure.
so
Okay.
I got this Biggio card, which I'm lucky because it has the logo. Because so basically, they pulled it out of like an old archive that they had, and they're like, "We're gonna put this into the new product, 2022." So they have like a new stamp on it that says like Recollection Collection. That's like
Hmm.
you can. So that was post added on before they put it in this box. But the card is this card, like it says on the back, 1988 Leaf Incorporated. Like it's from original. They just put it. They pulled it out of whatever they have in their stock, and they're like, "We're gonna put this as part of this special collection into the new
Oh,
Donruss
that's
22
cool.
product." So it's autographed. It's
Yeah.
his rookie card, which 3,000 hit Hall of Famer. It's like I would think that he would have a market. Plus, he played in Texas, which is like the biggest. When I think of expos and conventions and everything like that, I think of Texas, the place with
Sure.
warehouses, AC,
Yeah.
and like big dogs that are like billionaires that are fat, wear cowboy hats, and buy baseball cards and eat steaks. And can't sell it. It's down to 298. But I also this last week I pulled a Chris Bryant 7 out of 10. So I have two
Oh,
cards now
nice.
that are printed down to 10,
That's
and
crazy.
I'm not spending a ton of money on it, but it is a huge addiction. It is one of the most addicting things you could possibly do. Baseball
I
cards are like,
remember.
dude, opening
I
up
remember.
packs.
Oh,
It
it's the
is
best,
one
dude.
of the most
It's the best.
euphoric. When you see a card that you
So
pull
nice.
that has an autograph, or you turn around and it's
Yeah.
like has a numbered serial number, like out of 100, out of 50, whatever, it is like, and just listing it on
Dude,
eBay and pulling it down by $2 from $20 every day. Like, dude, it's crazy how little this shit it goes for. It's like I
yeah.
want money from it.
Yeah. Dude, I hear you on that. I used to be addicted when I was a kid. Holy
I
shit, I
was
was
just at the grocery
addicted
store
to
before this.
baseball
I had a
cards.
guy send me an offer. This is the audacity of people. I had a guy send me an offer for that Chris Bryant one like one of 10 cards, like I said, has Easter egg or has umbrella print on it, and it's from this year's Topps 2024 series that just came out. Literally the first of the year, that because Topps has license for baseball. Anyway, Chris Bryant, pretty good player too.
Yeah.
And I had it start at 142. Now it's down to 122. And I had a guy send me an offer for it today for $2. That's it.
$2.
$2. It
Get
has
the
like 60
fuck
views,
outta
which is a
here.
lot of views. It has like 11 people watching it.
Dude,
And yeah,
bro.
I wanted to message him back, be like, "You're lucky I don't fly out there and kill you," or something like that. Like,
This is how like egregiously terrible that offer is. I would rather
it's just,
chop up the card in front of your face.
oh yeah,
just in
yes,
spite of you and your
Yes.
dumbass $2 offer for the same you could buy a fucking bottle of $2 Chuck at Trader Joe's. Get the fuck out of here, guy.
Dude,
Where do you
these
get the
people-
audacity to
card-
come up with this shit?
card people suck. They are some of the most skeevy, and I'm talking like collectors. These fucking
Sure.
people on Twitter, they literally think that because like everyone like me, like I got back on the train even a little late. People started
Sure.
jumping back into baseballs that were baseball cards and sports cards, whatever, Pokemon. You saw like Logan Paul started buying that $1 million card. Like it started happening all after NFTs went down the drain. NFTs fucking failed. People were like, let's actually get back to something tangible. And I kind of was like a year after that, after the wave came. These people who have been like collecting cards who likely didn't play sports, even in high school or like middle school, they're just really into sports. They've been collecting them. When I stopped, like I was telling my mom, like when we stopped collecting cards, like when most people were like, oh, I'm just going to go outside and play the sport. They stayed inside, like many of them, and kept playing.
No
and
doubt.
They act like people like me or you who haven't collected cards their whole life, like on Twitter specifically. If I ask a question about a card or ask its value or anything, they act like because we haven't been collecting cards, we don't watch, like we aren't able to keep our knowledge of the sport like alive. Like literally, I'm like, it's like I know how good this player is. Like they have this like perception that because we haven't been in the card game for 20 years, that we like can't. We'd have no other way of like finding out who's good and like or like gauging the skills of. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
just by the value of the cards. It's like, what?
Yes,
what are we talking about?
They literally like understand sports based on that. Like they think Jackson Churio is the best player in MLB right now. Or like
just because
they think
his rookie card is high, and even though
they think like Ellie Cruz is the going to be like the favorite for MVP. Literally, like that's how they think. It's crazy. You could sell an Ellie De La Cruz signature card right now for more than a Mike Trout.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's stupid.
Just because he's just because I would think it's like he's the new flavor. You know what I mean? Sometimes
it's hard to explain, but it's like if I were to it's like it's like the same mindset of like NBA Twitter kids. They think like, oh, because this guy looks cool, he has the swag, he throws it like 100 across the diamond, that they forgot that he was like optioned at the end of the year. Like it's just crazy. Like, but I'll buy some more tomorrow.
Cards, dude. Like wow. Yeah, that's interesting because my roommate is really big into Magic. Magic the Gathering. He collects all the cards, has a fuck ton of decks, spends hella money on it, sells a bunch of them. It's like not like I used to do that when I was little, but not anymore.
If you might want to make him mad or see if you can rile him up, ask him. He might agree though. Does he go to like the games when he goes and plays it?
I think he does play the game, so there is that.
Ask him. Be like, hey, I was talking to our podcast host about this, like the podcast host. How bad he wanted me to ask you how bad it smells when you go play Magic the Gathering.
Oh, gross.
Because I've heard from people that like Comic-Con and like those kind of like Pokemon tournaments and Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic.
About hygiene.
No, they just like actively don't wear deodorant. And I don't know. There's no like correlation.
Is it like a psych? Is it like a psych out? You're less likely to.
I think it's hilarious.
Play good cards against
Comic-Con is notorious for being the stinkiest place like in the country.
Well, yeah, because it's just a bunch of nerds and it's a bunch of
they're all wearing like heavy Mario costumes and like running around.
And don't get me wrong, am a huge nerd too. Like I love Comic-Con. I love different animated stuff. I love the baseball cards, comic books. I love the whatever. Like I love all that shit. But I also want to get laid. So I take care of myself, sort of.
I honestly think that would be a good way to get laid.
To go to Comic-Con?
I'm not kidding at all.
And just clean
maybe,
up.
But like to go to like if you got into or were like interested in Magic, or like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, One, I would think that both of us are probably on like the outliers of like type of people. Not judging,
Sure.
I'm just saying like the variety of our interests. And like one, we would probably be the only person going in there with like not any idea how to play. Dude, I think you could get
Yeah.
a chick faster at one of those. Maybe it wouldn't be like your ideal type, but I think if you're trying to get laid, I think it might be as fast as a bar.
Like, you know, 2 nickels don't aren't the same as 1 dime, obviously. But
No.
the conversion rate is nice. You know, like if you're going for it on 4th down, you know, 7 out of 10 times is really good. That's a great conversion rate. So I'm down. Just move the chains. So all we're trying to do is just move the chains.
Yeah, if you get enough sevens in Namibia, it's the same as 1 Canadian 8.
Yeah. Oh,
The
I would
exchange
say,
rate.
I mean, come on, dude. Like 2 sevens at the same time, that's a 14. You know,
Yeah.
I bet you that could be done.
That's a
And
Sam Darnold.
Yeah. All right. An hour 45, dude. Feels good.
All right. We've done good. Oh, fuck. We've done good work. Now I got to go search through. Let's see. I'll show you.
Are you just trolling
That stack
eBay?
of fucking clothes.
I like the bike. You need a hamper, my man. Where's your hamper?
No, I
You don't own a
have one in the
hamper?
back. I have one in the back. This is all this stuff was in the hamper, and I tore it out trying to go through my sweats. But I was like,
oh,
earlier when I couldn't
to find the AirPods.
Yeah, and earlier I was like, I'm gonna have to go through every pair of clothing, like every piece, every article is gonna have to get drawn because
That's hilarious.
if I leave one stone unturned, it's as good as like not doing anything.
Yeah, it's a needle in a haystack, dude. What are you doing?
Did you see that video of the 2 guys from Barstool, the 3 guys from Barstool that actually went through a haystack and they found needles?
No, that sounds.
It was incredible, dude. They were dressed up
Did
as
it take-
farm animals and they just like strewing it around and they had to find actual little needles.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Classic. Way to put a lifelong analogy to realization, realism.
Did you see that guy's the same guy from Barstool, Jersey Jerry, did the hole in one contest that had like
No,
1 million views? Like he got like a retweet
have
from like
not.
Tom Brady and everyone. It was crazy.
I don't know. I don't really follow the Barstool guys very much. But I do
Yeah, no, but
always love a
this
hole-in-one
worked
competition.
its way into like Time magazine. Literally. It was
Wow.
like this guy went on a simulator at Barstool and he was like one night, he was like, I'm gonna do this Pebble Beach 7th hole, trying to get a hole in one.
Oh yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
Took him 30 something hours. He was literally like slept in the like on the simulator. And then, like,
Oh yeah. It's like if you can't get a hole in one at that, in 24 hours, you have to like you don't get $1 million or some shit, right? Or something.
Well, no, he was just doing it to see how long he had no prize. But it became like Tom Brady started tweeting it. People were like, "Go Jerry, go!" Because he literally was streaming for 30 something hours straight trying to get this hole in one.
Jeez, that's crazy.
And he tore his labrum in his shoulder from swinging so much. His right shoulder, not even his left shoulder. Like it was like his
And he's
like the
right-handed?
harder one to do. Like I think
Jeez.
the left is way worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'm guessing he didn't get the hole in one, did he?
No, he did after 2,672 swings.
Well, dude, at least he got it. That's pretty sick.
It took him
actually.
30. He slept for like 6 hours. He was golfing for 28 hours.
So
They had like a masseuse come. They had like an IV woman come at some point to give him
that's pretty
liquids.
crazy.
It was so funny. Tom Brady like retweeted him.
I'm guessing you could like eat too, right? Like I'm sure he brought like food.
He did eat a little bit, but he was like eating on the side, like taking in between swings. Body Armor gave him a custom bottle. Like it was insane.
That's crazy, dude. That's pretty sick.
It sucks that someone like that had to be the first to it, working for Barstool. I work at a golf simulator company. Like I could do that. I could have been like, "Hey, Casey, my boss." I'd be like, "Hey, I'm going to stay overnight and do this."
First thing you need though, you need a following. You need a publicity. You need like a base to like spread.
But
the
if
word,
I was doing this for
what I mean?
36 hours, I think I could have told enough people that would have passed it on YouTube. Like, I don't know. He had like 100,000 people live watching on YouTube, which is the most ever. That's insane. Dude, 100,000 concurrent viewers is like insane.
It took him 2,000 swings.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take me that long, but he's also like a 35 handicap.
Oh, so he's not very good.
Sucks. He's a 5'5"
Dude, I
chunk.
like it. I'm probably like a 35 handicap. Like, or maybe
Maybe.
worse. But on like a PGA course, I'm probably worse. But like,
But this is a par 3 downhill, so there's like really no components. It's one swing basically that you would be hitting in
Sure.
real life with your strength.
Yeah.
We're all adults. It's like we could put it on the green. It's not
Yeah.
like where it's like you have to hit 3 very good shots to get it on a par 5 green. It's like, but
how long is it? Like 120,
90 something yards downhill with wind. It's the
Yeah.
par 3 7th at Pebble. It's like that little downhill tucked on the back of that
yeah.
on
I
the
know what you're
ocean.
talking about.
It's not an
Okay.
easy hole, but it's not like it's like you could
Yeah.
hand it to the club to an 80-year-old, and if they have the strength to get it there,
They'll-
they have a better chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a woman,
Interesting.
or any woman.
Anybody, like we could do it, like you said, you know.
Dude, I was tweeting about Taylor Rooks the other night. I was like, this is so disrespectful for TNT to put Taylor Rooks on the All-Star Game announcer like crew. Like,
Wait,
like-
wasn't she doing it with Draymond? I thought it was like the side deal. No,
yeah, but like I don't know. It's like to think that this woman is only worth it
What
for
is
being a
wrong?
black
what is
excellence.
wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
They're completely taking away from
And-
her actual skills and knowledge as a basketball player.
Anti-WNBA, anti-Black History Month.
No.
anti-shouting-
Let's not confuse those
and-
two. I am anti-WNBA,
and-
but I'm not anti-Black History Month.
I know, I'm kidding. Anti-shouting out Black people from a distance.
Yes, seems like a safe move. Granted, we were at the
Whatever.
whitest place in America at that point in time,
Yeah,
but
that is fair.
hey, Reggie, it's like, hey, Jamarcus.
Hey, yo, Reggie.
My
And,
name is Chris.
You know what? I approve of the confidence. I approve of the calling your shot.
That's why I told him
confident
like
in
that was
yourself
the coolest thing
and-
I've ever seen.
and taking it down. You know what I mean? And he took it down. That was sick.
But if it was like if the guy was like, my name is Tyler, I would have walked away
Well, yeah.
fast.
My name's Tyler. Last name the Creator. You got it wrong, bro. I don't know Reggie.
I also don't think that's Tyler the Creator's name.
Well, yeah, I know. Tyler.
I've
T.
had a black
Creator.
person tell me his name is Tyler before, and I didn't believe him for a second.
Fuck you, Tyler.
Can you think of one
no,
black person named
there's-
Tyler?
Yeah, I think there's gotta be. Right?
Tyler Hero.
He's not black.
Tyler Woods.
Dude, there's a
Alright.
guy. Okay, so hold on. I gotta say this. On the Washington basketball team, there's a guy named Moses Wood.
You could say the Wizards.
Dude is a pasty ass white guy hitting corner threes. That's Moses Wood. It fucking blew my mind.
Oh, his name's
was like,
Moses?
His
I think
name
it
is
said
Moses.
Tyler Wood.
No, his name is Moses Wood. And I was like, holy, he looks like that? I was like, no way. This guy
How
is
white
just
is
busting
he?
threes in the corner. Pasty, white.
Like clearly, like he's from like Ohio.
He's probably from like Oregon.
Yeah, rural Oregon.
Yeah, like that white.
Fuck.
Moses
That's
Wood.
sick though. Moses.
I know. I was like, that's pretty badass.
How do you think it
That's
would go over if you named your kid Muhammad or something like that?
Probably not very. I mean, I don't know what.
Or
If
like
people
Jiao
really gonna
Qi.
care that much. Probably a little less common. They'd probably assume that my wife or the baby mama was of Asian descent.
Dude, I saw an article the other day about the Hitler relatives, like the lineage. And just
Yeah.
like how
Dude,
I mean they hate their life.
you have to
like
change-
there's
You have to change your name, right? Like you have to.
yeah. They are. It's like how they're slowly getting married and like getting rid of the name. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's could be a documentary or something. I would watch that. It's pretty fascinating. Like they're like, yeah,
But now-
it's awkward to hear them talk about. They're like, but it's all in German, but they're like, yeah, we like think it's important to do this. Like it's like, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
understand.
because you don't want to get
Say no
shamed
more.
for sure. Yeah, we got you, bro. We get it.
Cut. All right, we got it.
Now you can. I'm sure. Why don't you just change it to like Hitter? You know, your last name's Hitter.
That's damn
Or
close
like-
though too.
Yeah, but it's not Hitler. You know,
Would you
it's just one
rather
L.
have the last name Hitler or first name Adolf?
Adolf. Give me Adolf.
Really? I think it
Yeah.
almost might be better at last name Hitler.
Dude, no.
You don't have
No.
to say Hitler every time you meet someone.
No.
You got to say Adolf, bro.
No, you can just say your name is Dolph. Dolph is sick. Tell me Dolph isn't a sick sounding name. Adolf sucks.
Yeah, but that makes me
Dolph,
think that you were like one off involved too.
I just think like Ivan Drago. Like, you know.
I've thought about how Giovanni and Gio, because Giovanni is a nice name, but Gio,
Yeah.
to have your kid that nickname is one of the best. Gio is sick.
Dude, that's my little nephew. His name is Giovanni. We call him Gio.
Right. My last
man.
name is Schmidt, though. So if I ever had a son, I think Giovanni Schmidt. It's like my little brother's name is Carlo. It's like my parents were like,
Oh, damn. Carlo's sick.
Carlo's cool, but like Carlo
Carlo's
Schmidt,
nice.
it's just so clashing Italian, German. And it's like,
yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense.
But Gio, man,
That's
the Gio, being able to call a
Gio's
kid
nice.
Gio would be sick.
Yeah, Gio is cool. And it also like it's long lasting too. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be Gio forever, and it's gonna fit. Even an old man who's like Giovanni, Gio, Uncle Gio.
My friend,
It's like the same.
I guess he's my friend too. I went on a golf trip to Mexico 3 years ago.
Nice.
His friend that I guess I know him too, but he's better friends with my buddy whose birthday it was. We picked him up and we went down to Mexico and San Diego, and his name's Gio. But then when we got home to drop him off, his parents are like straight Italian. I could hear his mom saying Giovanni, and I was like, I didn't know that I forgot or I just hadn't thought of that's his actual name. Yeah. But I was like, I heard that. I was like, dude, that is so sick. Like your name is Giovanni.
Giovanni. It's good. It's pretty solid. Giovanni.
Right. We can cut it.
Very nice.
We just went for like 2 hours. It was sick.
I loved it, dude. Let's do this more often. Let's come together.
Cut me from this fucking vapid release that is finding these AirPods.
Dude, okay. Next podcast, I need to talk about your relationship. I didn't know you're seeing a woman. So I'm interested. Oh, God. All right, I'm out of here. Deuce. That's where I leave. Oh, Jesus. Damn, it's gross.
Dude, that was so good.
I'm leaving.
Right, see ya.